All right, thank you very much for joining me again. This is Gulpane back with the Broken Sword retrospective, and in this video we're going to talk about, well, I'm going to talk about Broken Sword Shadow of the Templars Reforged. So I got the Switch version recently, and I've been playing through it, and I like it a lot. However, there's a few things that I don't like about it, and I think those are kind of common problems from what I've been reading on online. So basically, Broken Sword Shadow of the Templars Reforged was released in January 2025, and I have the Switch version, and basically on the Switch version you can change from the new improved graphics back to the original graphics by pressing the minus button on the Switch, or it's the one of the analog, or the what is it, the buttons that you can change the camera with, one of those as well. So you can, just like other games, just like Monkey Island and I think Alex Kidd, one of those games, you can change back to the old graphics. So it's basically, it's a shot for shot remake. So it's not a complete overhaul, or it's not like Broken Sword Shadow Templars Director's Cut actually did a better job of the remake, I think, than Reforged. Even though Reforged, the graphics are superior, like the backgrounds look a lot better. A lot of times they're brighter, and they give a bit of perspective more, like the drawings kind of make more sense. But the original game, the drawings are far more cartoony. They look hand drawn. In the Broken Sword Reforged, some of them don't look hand drawn. I don't know. It's just weird. They just kind of look AI or something. But it might be just my imagination. But yeah. So you switch between the old graphics and new graphics. Some of the sections are brighter, but some of the sections that they've changed are way darker than the original game. So, for example, in Ireland, when you go down to the cellar to get the gem, Pilgrim's Gem, you can't see anything. Well, I couldn't see anything anyway, and I had to basically change back to the old graphics to see the switch on the wall to press it, or to the lever on the wall to do it. And also, if you look at the in Ireland as well, in the bar, the guy that's sneezing, you can't really see his drink. I just noticed these little things. You can't really see his drink unless you switch back to the original graphics. So because it's just kind of, they've darkened it a good bit to kind of, I don't know, maybe to make it more natural, like make the light more natural and stuff. And I do realize that it's kind of ironic saying that I couldn't see in the cellar, because you're not supposed to see in the cellar in Ireland in the bar, because you're supposed to open the door, the trap door, in order to get the light in. But I mean, I couldn't see it was so dark I couldn't. In the original you can see, so you can actually switch something. You can't see everything in the room because you need the light. But yeah, that was kind of just a small annoyance to me anyway. But in general, I'm enjoying the new graphics. I actually switched to the old graphics, and I didn't even notice, and I kept playing with the old graphics, and I was like, what am I doing? I'm supposed to be playing Broken Sword Reforged here, because I could always go back and play the original 1996 version. But yeah, so a lot of the graphics are redone. The character animations are redone as well. They seem to be animating a lot more than they did in the original version, and they look different as well than the original version. Like, obviously the original version has like sprites, so they're all kind of a bit blocky and stuff. But I really noticed the pixelated look when Broken Sword Shadow of the Templars version for the Wii and the DS one. Although the DS one doesn't have any voices, so it's a little bit inferior. It doesn't have the voice acting. But the Wii version has the character portraits, which look great, but they look different than they look significant different than the old blocky. Because when I was playing Broken Sword back in when it was out first, or a little bit later, sorry, I kind of had an idea in my head of what the characters look like, and then I thought the character portraits didn't really look like some at all. And then the new graphics has kind of what the character portraits look like, but not really. So my main problem with Broken Sword Shadow of the Templars, well, the main good thing about it is the audio. The audio has been, it sounds amazing. It sounds way better than the original, and a lot better than the Wii version as well. But so whatever they've done to the audio, it's fantastic. It doesn't, in the original version there was like, I don't know, whenever George and Nico spoke, there seemed to be another sound with them. So there didn't seem to be like a break of sound in between sentences. There was something with them. So they've got rid of that. And in the Wii version as well, they didn't have the audio didn't sound, it didn't sound very good. But in this version, the audio sounds absolutely top drawer. But my biggest problem with the game is that they haven't reforged the the director's cut version. They've reforged the original version, and it doesn't have the Nico parts, like the extra Nico parts where you control Nico, or it doesn't have the extra scenes. So I said in the previous retrospective that when I reviewed Broken Sword Shadow of the Templars Director's Cut on Wii, I said that those didn't add much to the story or anything, but I was completely wrong. They add loads to the story. So I was looking at kind of reviews and stuff as I was going through like the, like kind of little bit of small bit of research for the game. I mainly did my own thoughts on the game, like, but just like small bit of online research, just reading like what people say about the game. And I think I took that at face value. So I didn't actually notice, because I played original Broken Sword and then I played the DS and the Wii versions after that. So I didn't notice, going back to Broken Sword Reforged, I noticed how much it takes away from the game to not have, number one, Nico narrating the opening, and also her sections at the start. I think they add loads to the game. So I was completely wrong. So past Gulpain, you are completely wrong. Future Gulpain is right. So yeah, so the not having the Nico bits in this is really, for me, taking away a lot from the game, and I'm not liking it, or I'm not enjoying it as much as I enjoyed Broken Sword Shadow Templars Director's Cut. So I think the inclusion of the character portrait was very good. I really like that, because that's like a thing to do in RPGs as well, when you have the character sprite on screen, or the character polygon, but then you have like their 3D portrait, or sorry, their 2D portrait as well. So I really like that. And I do like the redone sort of animations they've done as well. They've kept the original kind of concept animation, but they've made it 16:9, and they've just made the animation a little bit better, like of the cutscenes. But the animation of the characters is better. But I think I prefer the original spritey kind of blocky look. That might be just because that's, the original Broken Sword is one of my favorite games. But yeah, I think I hope they keep doing this, actually. So I'm going to like give Shadow Templars Reforged 2 thumbs up, because I want them to keep doing it for the Smoky Mirror as well. So the Smoky Mirror did not get a significant upgrade like Shadow Templars got. It didn't get extra scenes, or it didn't get like additional dialogue from Nico or other characters either. Whereas Broken Sword, the original game, did. When the Wii version is a different game, if you think about it, than the 1996 game, or even Reforged. It has so much more extra content. I'd much rather play that than the original version now. And unfortunately, this Shadow Templars is the original version, so it's just like a shot-for-shot upgrade. It is impressive, like, that they've just kind of made all the screens, just upgraded all the screens. But yeah, so that's I don't know, it's just taken a little bit away from me. But I hope they do the rest of the games, or make a collection so that I can play them all on Switch. Because at the moment, I can play the first one on Switch, but then the second one I have to play it on PS1, the third one on PS2 or Xbox, and then the fourth one on PC. If I can get it to work, and then the fifth one is fine. They can leave the fifth one the way it is. So if you've played Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars Reforged, let me know what you thought of the game in the comment section below. It's very similar to Broken Sword 5, so you could play Broken Sword Reforged and play Broken Sword 5 after it, and it seems to be in keeping with the comic book style, which is, I think, the way forward for Broken Sword. The PS2 sort of 3D graphics, I don't think they fit Broken Sword very well. Like, it's still good. Like, I still like Broken Sword 3 and 4, but I think I prefer the cartoony style. But maybe like the next game they could. Well, I know the next game, Broken Sword Parvizel's Stone, they've gone back to Broken Sword 5 sort of animation style, so that's pretty good. But I still like the kind of 3D one as well. So I don't know. Whichever one to bring out next, I'll play it anyway. So thanks very much for joining me. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And thanks for listening to the Broken Sword Retrospective. Adios.